Hello everyone, welcome to this Omniverse Replicated webinar. I am Ria Gupta and I will be guiding you through this session on Omniverse Replicator. Let's start this and let me share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, Ria, yeah.
Okay. So the today's topic for this webinar session is Omniverse Replicator. Omniverse Replicator is basically a synthetic data generation tool. So before starting my replicator, I will let you know something about Omniverse. But what is the Omniverse? Firstly, we should be aware about this Omniverse. So, Omniverse is basically a real-time 3D design collaboration and simulation tool. Multiple team members can work together by using this Omniverse, and you can this Omniverse can act as a virtual environment or virtual workspace for the developers where they can collaborate and make their 3D models. Okay, so next, now it comes towards our topic, which is our Omniverse replicator. So regarding the definition of replicator, replicator is basically a core component of NVIDIA Omniverse. And if we understand its working, so Omniverse replicator is basically used to generate physically accurate and realistic synthetic data. So this is the basic purpose of Omniverse. Uh, let's understand this Omniverse replicator by taking a simple example of self-driving cars. So firstly, I will let you understand by taking this example as we have AI models, okay, and those AI models uh, we have to train so that they can work accordingly. And to train that AI model, we require data so that we can train our AI model. And that data will be generated by our this Omniverse replicator. So when we talk about this self-driving car, or when we take this example of self-driving cars, so uh, for these vehicles, for these vehicles to operate safely and effectively, they need training data, or we can say they require a large amount of data so that they can be trained and they can work accordingly. But in real life, it's very difficult to collect that data, which will be very time consuming and which will be very expensive or sometimes maybe even impractical in the real world to collect that huge amount of data so that we can train our models. Where our so Omniverse replicator comes in. With using this replicator, we can generate huge amount of data considering all driving scenarios for this self-driving cars, whether they are heavy rainfall or whether there is heavy traffic on the roads and unusual road conditions. So in those cases, we can provide synthetic data to our AI models and we can generate that synthetic data using replicators. So this is the example of self-driving cars in Omniverse. Next, let's understand what are the features of this Omniverse application. First feature is high fidelity simulation. So uh, basically, it refers to the ability to create realistic data, or we can say to provide representations of real world environment. Suppose let's take an example of uh, warehouse robots. Okay, what we have to do in warehouse robots, we have to provide it data like where lighting is much and where lighting is less. So these type of data or these environments have been provided by the applicator. That's why it is trained and it gives us the required results. So this is its high fidelity simulation. Next, its another feature is real-time collaboration. By using Replicator, we can connect or multiple members can work together on different workstations. They do not need to have or they do not need to work on same location and then work. They can do their work by uh, from different locations. So this is its real-time collaboration. Next, scalable environments. The most important feature and the basic feature of Replicator is scalable environments. So it refers to the something like you can generate large amount of data and according to your needs, whether you require more lighting, whether you require less lighting, or any type of data which you want, you can create by using Replicator. So this is its scalable environment. If you require less data, so you can do that by using Replicator. If you require more data, then you can also do that by using this Replicator. So these are all its features. Now, use cases of Omniverse Replicator. One of the first use case of this replicator is autonomous vehicles. This example we have discussed earlier as self-driving cars that I have explained you. Next, another example or another use case of Omniverse replicator is gaming. Like we all play games, and for those games, all the data for those AI models is provided by can be provided by replicator, in which we can give them data like whether we want urban area, whether we want rural area. So these types of environments can be provided by replicator in our synthetic data, so that those AI models will be trained and work accordingly. Next, in healthcare also we use replicators. Like we utilize it for medical imaging and surgical robotics. It's like this thing we can understand by taking an example of lung cancer in CT scans. Okay, so in real world, we require thousands of CT scans so that we can train our AI model on that real data. But getting or collecting that data is not possible. So that's why we can use in healthcare our replicator and it will provide thousands of CT scans by just one click. So this is its use case in healthcare. We can use that in warehouses also. Like in warehouse, we can use it in robots. Like there are robots and we have to move it and what are the positions of objects and what are the shelves, what are the boxes position. So that's why we can train our robots where to go or where to not go by providing that synthetic data using Replicator. Next, let's move towards its competitive advantages. Its first advantage is rendering capabilities. So it has that capability that it can provide or it can support high resolution graphics without lag, and it utilizes advanced algorithms for faster rendering and time save. This is the rendering capabilities. And second one, integration and collaboration. So seamless integration with exciting workflows for adoption facilitates real-time collaboration among team members. So enhances communication and efficiency in projects, reduces the learning curve for new users, and allows for immediate feedback and iterative design. So in this way, it has competitive advantages of Omniverse replicator. So we have many competitors of Omniverse replicators also, and which are AWS Elastic Beanstalk and IBM Cloud Private. And replicator has replicator has more advantages as compared to that. Now let's talk about its developments in 2024. So first first feature development is enhanced collaboration tool. So Omniverse Replicator has launched its multiple or number of collaboration tools so that we can work better, so that our work can be much better than before, and it will provide teamwork to us also. Second one is its improved rendering features as it provides us synthetic data, so that data can be improved by using its newest features. Then another one is new integrations. So it have some integrations also that are developed in 2024, so which we can explore. Next, it's the Q&A time. If anybody has any questions, so you can ask.
Hi Ria.
Hi, Arif.
So my question is, can you explain what synthetic data is and how is different from real world data?
Yeah, sure. Synthetic data is basically a artificially made data, which mimics the real data.
Okay.
Basically, the real world data is created from the actual events and the sensors and the actual environments. Okay, but the synthetic data is created by using simulations or algorithms, etc. So this is our synthetic data. And if we talk about the difference between the real data and the synthetic data, is uh, that I have also explained in my first sentence that synthetic data is created by simulations and algorithms, while real data is created by actual events which are happened in the actual real world. And collecting real world data is very time consuming and expensive. But as compared to that, if we have our synthetic data, then it doesn't take much time and it is not much costly also. So that's the difference between synthetic data and real data.
Okay.
Hi Ria.
Hi, Nikita.
Ria, few days ago I was working on a text model, and for that I needed to generate a huge amount of text data, synthetic data basically. I was struggling with that. So can it generate text data also, or it works only on vision data?
Uh, Actually, I don't think so that it creates text data. It mainly works on USD files. So you
Hmm.
can generate USD files using this replicator.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Ria. First of all, I would like to thank you for the session on Omniverse as I am getting started learning about them and I am little bit confused how I can get the session on Omniverse. So I would like to seriously thanks you about this, but I have some question regarding the same. Can you provide some of the alternative or can you give me some alternative of the replicators so I can use them?
Yeah, yeah. You can use AirSync and you can use the Unity engine also, which will work same, almost same as a replicator. But as you know, every technology have its specific advantages and specific disadvantages. So these will come, and that depends which thing you want and which you doesn't. So that's why you can use anything of them.
Oh, okay. And do you think replicators are better than other data generation tools?
Yeah, it's better than the other synthetic data generation tool, as replicator has its unmatched realism. That means uh, the data generated by this replicator is exactly same, or it behaves like it is a real data. Or we can say that the models trained by synthetic data generated by replicator will behave just or almost same as the real world data. This thing you can just take an example of the same example which I have covered earlier of self-driving cars. The real world data collection is very time consuming, as you know, but you can you can generate that data without even going out of your office. You can generate road, you can generate whether it is of road data, anything of data by using Replicator. And the another advantage or another betterment of Applicator is that it provides collaboration. That means multiple team members can work together on it, whether they are on different locations. So that's why it is better than other synthetic data generation tools.
Okay, Ria. Thanks for giving the correctful information. I would like definitely going to explore this much. Okay, thank you, Ria.
Hi, Ria.
Hi, Arjun.
I have a question.
Yeah,
So, can Replicator be run on cloud environment or does it require local installation?
yeah, it can run on cloud environments also, but there must be necessary setup provided. Only then it can run on cloud environment. So
Okay. And what is the minimum software requirement for setting up the replicator?
uh, the minimum software requirement for this replicator is you must have NVIDIA Omniverse installed on your desktop and an operating system, whether it is Linux or Windows, and the Omniverse Kit SDK must also be there in your system, and then you can work on it.
Okay. Thank you.
Ria,
Um,
yeah, I have one more question. Like, what are the minimum hardware requirement for that? Like, I have a NVIDIA RTX 16 GB GPU. So, is it
uh,
capable to run replicator?
yeah. You must have multiple core system also. There's a multi-core system. Only then it will work fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Nikita.
Uh, I have one more question. Does Replicate support integration with other machine learning frameworks like PyTorch, TensorFlow, Keras?
Yeah. Uh, we can use Replicator with other frameworks of PyTorch and TensorFlow also, because it supports many Python APIs. There are multiple Python APIs which are supported by Replicator. And Replicator also supports another data formats like Coco format, which is compatible with the both frameworks, TensorFlow and PyTorch also. So that's why we can use it with another framework also.
Okay. Hi, Ria. Hello.
You tell me.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Ria, thank you for the session on Omniverse. It gave me a great foundations as I embark on the Omniverse. So I have a question. So can you tell me, does Replicator support integration with other machine learnings frameworks like PyTorch or TensorFlow?
Yeah, yeah. We can, uh, yeah, we can do this. As I have told you earlier, that replicator supports different data formats like FOFO and TF flows for TensorFlow. So by data format support, we can use them with other frameworks. And another thing is Python API. So like replicator supports different Python APIs, so we can use them with them.
So Ria, can we do this integration on Replicator application or with the Python code?
You can do it with the replicator also because it also have a Python script option. There we can write up a Python script and do so.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
No, Ria, I think now we have to stop the session.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Thank you for being here being here with us, and thanks for watching this.
Thank you, Ria.